Welcome back to the channel, Soap Squad. Grab your coffee because we have some massive shockers to unpack for the week of August 3rd through the 7th. Let's get right into it. We have to start with the international rescue mission because things are getting incredibly intense overseas. Once Leo Stark and Rafe Hernandez finally touch down in Alamainia, they are going to get visual confirmation of our worst fears. Dimitri von Leuschner is indeed holding Gwen Rizczcech captive. Can you believe it? I mean, we all knew Dimitri was unhinged, but actually seeing him keep his ex-wife as a literal prisoner is terrifying. Let's be real for a second about the twisted history here. Dimitri married Gwen entirely for his inheritance, while secretly sleeping with Leo behind her back. It was one of the most toxic, manipulative triangles we have ever seen on the show. And now Dimitri has the nerve to text Leo saying, "What goes around comes around." That is crazy. Gwen has done some terrible things in her past, sure, but she does not deserve to be locked away in a dungeon by the man who shattered her heart. It's pure psychological torture. When Leo comes face to face with Dimitri, he desperately tries to pitch a deal to secure Gwen's release. But here's the kicker. Dimitri absolutely balks at it. He laughs right in Leo's face. Why would Dimitri ever trust Leo, the guy who blew up his life and his marriage? Realizing he has zero leverage, Leo urges Dimitri to strike a deal with Rafe instead. And honestly, this is where it gets fascinating. Rafe is a Salem cop, but in Alamainia, he has no actual jurisdiction. He can't just kick down the door and arrest Dimitri. Rafe has to play politics. He delivers a very specific proposal to get Dimitri on board so Gwen can walk free. I think Rafe is going to have to offer Dimitri some kind of total immunity or a safe passage, which is going to make my blood boil, but if it saves Gwen, they have to do it. While all that international hostage drama is unfolding, we have a completely different kind of hostage situation happening right back in Salem. E.J. DiMera is finally poised to decide Kristen DiMera's fate. We saw E.J. orchestrate that brilliant abduction plot, treating Kristen to a final toast before having her snatched up. And you know what? I am entirely on E.J.'s side here. A lot of fans think E.J. is going too far, but I actually think he is completely justified. Kristen literally hired Sophia to murder E.J.'s son, Johnny, and then she started harassing his daughter, Sydney. E.J. is doing what any protective father would do. But you won't believe what happens next. The spoilers say this abduction plot is going to lead to Kristen and E.J. having an honest discussion. Amazing! What does an honest discussion between two DiMeras even look like? It's basically just two scorpions in a glass jar trying to sting each other. I predict E.J. is going to lay all his cards on the table. He is channeling the ghost of Stefano DiMera so perfectly right now. Kristen is going to try to manipulate him, playing the family card, but E.J. is cold as ice. He wants to banish her to DiMera Island. And honestly, the poetic justice of Kristen being trapped on the exact same island where she once held Sarah Horton captive, chef's kiss. That is the kind of long-term karma I watch this show for. Speaking of Kristen's doomed plans, we have to talk about the absolute tragedy that is about to strike the Carver family. Kristen's entire escape plan hinged on swapping places with Lexie Carver. But when Lexie arrives for the swap and the island transport, disaster strikes. Instead of taking the trip, Lexie suddenly collapses. She just keels right over and has to be rushed to the hospital. This breaks my heart into a million pieces. Abe and Theo are going to be thrown into a complete panic mode. They just had that beautiful moment giving Lexie a new necklace, completely unaware that she was secretly trying to say goodbye to them. Now, They are going to have to watch her fight for her life all over again. They are going to realize that Dr. Wilhelm Rolf's resurrection drug, this so-called super serum 2, is completely failing her. Rolf's scientific arrogance has finally hit a wall, and it is Lexie who has to pay the ultimate price. I am so angry at the writers for this. Why bring Lexie back from the dead just to torture Abe and Theo by taking her away again? It is just so cruel. Think about Paulina, too. Paulina literally packed her bags and stepped aside so Abe could have his miracle reunion with the love of his life. She sacrificed her own marriage for Abe's happiness, and now it's all falling apart. The emotional trauma this family is enduring is off the charts. I really hope Lexie pulls through, but knowing how soap operas handle these experimental drug storylines, things are looking incredibly grim. Meanwhile, a massive new alliance is forming in Salem, and I am absolutely here for it. Xander Kyriakis, Brady Black, and Sarah Horton are banding together to plot against E.J. DiMera. Talk about an unlikely trio. Brady and Xander have despised each other for years. They have fought over Titan, they have fought over women, they have literally tried to destroy each other. But nothing unites former enemies quite like a common threat. They are digging deep into the tainted Coruscant drugs that killed Destiny, and all roads lead right back to DiMera Enterprises. Sarah is already furious after catching EJ lurking in Holly's room and subsequently getting fired as Holly's doctor. Now, she is out for blood. Xander is playing detective, and Brady is bringing the Black Patch resources. I think this move to team up is brilliant. EJ thinks he is untouchable right now, but he has never faced the combined wrath of a Kyriakis, a Black, and a Horton. They are going to tear his corporate cover-up to shreds. But here is where things get really complicated for EJ. Marlena Evans recently pushed him to listen to his conscience. She warned him that he was walking down Stefano's dark path. And the spoilers tease that we might actually see some instances of EJ's conscience popping up soon. Will he feel guilty about the tainted drugs? Will he hesitate before truly banishing Kristen? Don't hold your breath, guys. EJ is always going to be the kind of guy who schemes and puts lives on the line. The DiMera DNA is just too strong. He might have a fleeting moment of guilt, but he is not done stirring up trouble for Titan and the other Salemites. This corporate war is just getting started, and EJ is going to fight dirty. He always does. Finally, let's check in on some relationship drama. Over with Javi Hernandez and Gus, things are hitting a massive breaking point. They are going to have to sit down and figure out what their future looks like, and let me tell you, it does not look bright. It's easy to see that things are becoming incredibly strained between them. Gus is absolutely fed up with Leo Stark's persistent presence in Javi's life. And can you blame him? Leo is a walking wrecking ball. He has been playing the sympathy card with his concussion, manipulating Javi's good nature to get close to him. Gus sees right through it, but Javi is too caught up in his past feelings. A breakup is definitely brewing here, sooner or later. It's just a matter of how long the writers will let Javi and Gus keep their romance intact before it completely crumbles under Leo's toxic influence. I honestly feel bad for Gus. He deserves better than being third-wheeled by Salem's biggest troublemaker. That is all for today's deep dive, you guys. The week of August 3rd through the 7th is going to bring some massive shockers and shakeups all over Salem. From Alamainia to DiMera Island, nobody is safe. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Rafe can save Gwen? Does Kristen deserve her fate? Let's debate. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next video.